Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten 774 here, bringing you Nancy Drew commentary, clues, and cookies. Today, we are starting our walkthrough for the 14th mystery in the Nancy Drew series, Nancy Drew Danger by Design. I am really excited to play this one, actually. I feel like I don't get to play the games in the middle of the series as much as I get to play the newer games or the older classic games. So I'm pretty pumped for this one. So let's get started, and we'll do Senior Detective as usual.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. Since you can tell a lot about a person by where he or she lives, I thought I'd introduce myself by showing you my room. As you can see, I keep it pretty neat. Of course, I don't spend that much time in here. I always seem to be off solving mysteries. Anyway, here's my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery-solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That will tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery, just click on the plane ticket and you'll be on your way.
So, this is the first time in the series that Nancy's desk and room are introduced. This will be the main info screen for quite a few games. I think it's up through Alibi and Ashes that we are here in Nancy's room, and then after that, it's a different user interface. So, we have this nice little Mayan statue, throwback to Secret of the Scarlet Hand. We have this nice little carousel horse, throwback to the Haunted Carousel. And this nice little whale souvenir, throwback to Danger on Deception Island. There's also, in one of the games, I can't remember which one, you can repeatedly click the light on and off, and it will actually break. Not this one, apparently. And then Nancy has this awesome scrapbook with just information on all of her past cases, the final scenes, the Scarlet Hand. It's just got information about all of them, and it's so nostalgic and so fun to look through. Highly recommend doing that. Before we click on our ticket, we will look at our case file. Cover assignment. Travel to Paris and work as an assistant to Minette, an up-and-coming American fashion designer whose behavior has lately become alarmingly bizarre and erratic. She's been firing people right and left, throwing temper tantrums, refusing to return phone calls, running dangerously behind schedule, and wearing a full face mask all day, every day, even while working. Real assignment. Discover the reason for Minette's strange behavior and report back to Amy Grunhild, a client of Dad's and Minette's biggest financial backer, who wants to know, 1, is Minette cracking under the pressure of trying to make her spring collection even more spectacular than her fall collection was? 2, will she have enough designs done for there to even be a spring collection? 3, is she up to something Miss Grunhild doesn't know about? 4, was investing in Minette a mistake? 5, is it time to pull the financial plug on her? Additional info, Minette has one other assistant, an American named Heather, with whom I will be working. Her studio is in an old windmill, moulin in French, in a section of Paris called Montmartre. Sacré Soeur. I do not speak French. I speak Spanish, not French. So, let's see here. So basically, we're going undercover to figure out what Minette is up to. I do like the case file info. It's kind of cool. She designs clothes primarily for plus-sized women. I took 2 years of French in school, so I should be able to get by. Dad made me promise not to go anywhere in Paris at night by myself. No matter what, I cannot let Minette find out that I'm there to check up on her. According to Miss Grunhild, she could really lose it then. So, we are checking up on Minette, who's kind of lost it as of late. So let's click on our plane ticket. Would you like to start the game? Yes. On Senior Detective. Flying across the Atlantic Ocean. This is Nancy's second.
In preparation for our landing, please make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened. Thank you.
Taxi!
Ooh. Eerie.
Hello?
I said don't come near me.
No, Minette, don't!
Ooh!
Stay back, you hear me? Stay back!
Oh my.
Bonjour, vous êtes... are you Nancy?
Yeah?
I'm Heather McKay. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. How was your flight?
Fine. Well, actually, they lost my suitcase, so I don't have any clothes or my cell phone. What's going on in there? Is someone hurt?
That's just Minette throwing one of her tantrums. Don't worry. She'll stop screaming right now. They lost your suitcase? That's terrible. Well, at least you're staying with Jing Jing. She'll have tons of clothes you can borrow.
Is she all right?
Oh, you mean Minette? Don't worry, she's fine. At least she will be after phase 3, which should begin right about now.
Okay.
See, she uses this process that some shrink taught her to manage anger and frustration. First, she vents her rage for 10 seconds, then 6 seconds of sobs and tears, and finally, at least 4 seconds of robust laughter, all of which restores her positive flux.
Huh?
It's all very weird, but it works, and believe me, without it, she would be impossible to work for. With it, she's a mere nightmare to work for. Anyway, ready to get started?
You bet.
That desk over there will be your workstation. I made a list of all the things that need to get done and put them on your computer. That's a Metro Pass. It'll let you ride the subway all over the city for free. Go ahead and take it. Answering the phone is your job. If you have any questions, just ask. Ask me, that is. Do not bother Minette. She's behind on her spring collection and is in danger of falling way behind on her couture projects.
Why is she so far behind?
She's been under a lot of stress lately.
Heather,
Yes?
I hear voices. Who are you talking to out there?
Nancy Drew, you know, from the States?
Well, she's no good to me out there. Send her in.
Yes, Minette. As soon as you feel up to it, she's right through that door.
What do you mean by couture?
High fashion dresses and accessories that people have commissioned Minette to create. Needless to say, those people are très riche. In fact, she's designing the dress the First Lady will wear to the World Summit in November. Pretty cool, huh?
Talk to you later.
Okay.
You know, I don't know if I feel up to going to see Minette yet. She sounds scary, especially since she throws potted plants. Can I look at this? I keep getting a... There we go. There's the glass. Oh, that's just the desk. So I can't look at it. Anyway, so this is Minette's Moulin. Her studio. What do we have over here? Ooh, this box was in the last game, Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. I believe also in Message in a Haunted Mansion in Abby Sedaris' room.
Leave that alone, okay?
Okay, I guess I won't touch the box. With a dodo on it? What do we got over here? Some magazines. New studio opens with a vengeance for Hugo Bacheli. For 2 years, fashion fanatics on both sides of the Atlantic have gobbled up the stylistic confections of Hugo Butterly with an enthusiasm that shows no signs of stopping. As a result, the designer has not only outgrown the tiny London loft where he started out a mere 4 years ago, but it seems he's outgrown his native England as well. Last month he opened his new studio in Paris, out of which he now intends to work. Being invited to the opening was like being invited to the presidential palace, only better, much better. Celebrities from all over the globe descended on the studio, located on trendy Ile de Saint-Louis. So many people showed up wearing Butterleys, the colorful, free-flowing, full-figure, flattering styles that are his signature, that it was difficult to tell the guests from the models the designer had hired to promote his latest line. But as the night wore on, it became apparent that there were more people in attendance who didn't have invitations than people who did, a fact which infuriated the designer, who had deliberately limited the number of guests to reduce the risk of damage to his new facility. Although several people said that Butterly was practically purple with rage that night, he said nothing to any of his guests and had no one thrown out. But within a week, all the party crashers had gotten a bill for 300 euros, which they were told they had to pay, or they would be charged with trespassing. Within another week, all had paid. When asked about the incident, Hugo just shrugged. They took advantage of me, and they paid for it. I'm not very good at forgiving and forgetting. I may be the world's greatest fashion designer, but I'm afraid I'm not a very nice person. Okay, so another plus-size fashion model, just like Minette. Interesting. Wait, what was the dog's name? Hugo with his pit bull, Minette. He named his dog after Minette? That's not at all weird. This is cool. The little fountain thing. There's Heather's workstation. Got something over here.
Wonder what's under here.
That's a project I'm working on. Well, supposed to be working on.
Okay. Does that mean I can look at it? No. Okay. That's how we get into Minette's. Before we go in there, let's do a little more exploring.
What's this?
That's the plotter. It's broken. Fixing it is one of your jobs.
Guess we'll have to do that then. One of the pleasures of being undercover is that we have lots of jobs. What's this? Cocoa
These
Kringles?
doodles sure look familiar.
What are all these Cocoa Kringles doing in my studio? Ah, which is more blinding, Jean's head, or his medallion? It's like Sinclair's tie all over again. Oh, Sinclair, that's a reference to Taylor Sinclair from Secret of the Scarlet Hand. So this is our second meeting of Sunny June. I'm Minette's only friend, Carol. Rude. Get back to work, Sunny, and deliver this, order that. I told you no eating at the desk. Blah, blah, stress, stress. Okay. Crouching Hugo hidden baguette, Minette. Aye, yeah, bottoms up. Okay, so these are some of Sunny's doodles. So Sunny June worked here before we did. Zou alors, oui, est Carol? I really don't understand French spelling. Au revoir, Carol, bon voyage. Rude. More dead flowers for Minette. Figures. Poor things probably died of fright when they heard they were going to her. Dead flowers? That's weird. And it looks like he left us some clues as to how to do some things. All of which we should probably write down in our detective notebooks. Don't really know what's going to be useful yet, but I'm sure some of it will be. Thank you for your purchase of the scarred 2dv8 plotter. Plotter settings are very sensitive, and adjusting one setting may affect other settings. So this is what the plotter settings are supposed to look like, apparently. That's something that we'll want to write down in our notebook as well. Good, good. Do you have any messages? No? We have a Zippy calling card, which is a reference back to Zippy's gas station in Secret of the Old Clock, where Zippy service is the zippiest. Oh yeah, definitely Sunny June's handiwork there.
Sunny was here. Sunny June! That's why those doodles look familiar. Sunny June did them. He must have been Minette's last assistant. Wow, that guy gets around.
And so do you. We just kind of follow him.
Pick up envelope from J.J. Ling. Pick up fabric photos from Dieter von Schwesterkrank. Deliver photos to Jean-Michel Traquenard. Fix plotter. Do whatever Minette tells you to do, and do it fast.
Sounds like a good to-do list. Mail. Let's see what we got here. Krollmeister office supplies. Dear customer, on August you ordered drawing tablets. Order number. Okay, so Krollmeister is back again. He was also first introduced to us in Secret of the Scarlet Hand. He just makes everything. Hello, Sunny June. We have received the 2 bolts of Floral 302, which you returned to us and have credited your account. We are sorry that Minette found the material to be substandard. Rest assured that had there been any doubt as to its quality, to date we have received no other complaints about that particular lot. The material would not have been for sale. Little passive-aggressive, maybe. Ooh, Emily Griffin. She's from Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. She's sending fan mail. Dear Miss Minette, I never wrote nothing like this before, and I ain't too sure about this email stuff neither. But I saw a picture of a dress in a magazine when I was working the library shift just now, and I mean it was just so beautiful it stopped me in my tracks. Maybe it was 'cause the gal that was wearing it was kinda shaped like me. I ain't huge or nothing, but I ain't exactly skinny neither. Or maybe it was 'cause all the colors in it reminded me of these purty bottles I got back home on Moon Lake. But anyways, I liked that dress a bunch, and when I looked at the other dresses on the page, I liked them too. So I read the article what came with them and found out you was their designer. So I thought you should know that you make good dresses and you shouldn't pay no mind to anybody who says you don't, especially that Butterly fella. He sounds like a first-class jerk to me. Your fan, Emily Griffin. Elmo's Pizza Parlor. 3 of our last 4 attempts to deliver pizza to your place of business have resulted in screaming tirades that cause my delivery persons to fear for their lives. As you know, one of them quit on the spot. I realize that Minette is a quote-unquote artist with little tolerance for interruptions, but such outbursts are uncalled for and are detrimental to my employees' emotional health. Therefore, we will no longer do business with you. I'm sorry if this causes you any inconvenience. My employees, however, are not. Wow. So Minette really freaks out on kind of everyone. Les Interrogateurs. Hello, Heather. Like everyone else in France, we at Les Interrogateurs are eager to know why Minette wears that mask. Since we all know that Minette goes through assistance like a horse goes through hay, I can only assume that the reason Minette hasn't fired you yet is because she trusts you. Therefore, I am assuming that you know her secret. I am prepared to pay you a large sum of money for that secret. It will be the easiest money you ever make. I will call you soon. I hope we can do business. Interesting. To solve security services. To Miss McKay, in anticipation of the final fitting for the First Lady's evening gown, please be advised that 2 of our agents may visit your premises in the near future to ascertain and assess security risks and to interview any and all employees. Thank you for your cooperation. Wow, okay. Lots going on. And then Jane's game portal. So this is Brady Armstrong from the final scene, and this game is created by Jane from Curse of Blackmore Manor, who is a big fan of Brady Armstrong, and she also had a guinea pig. So this is Jane Penvillen's site. Lots of cookies in this. Lots and lots of cookies. Okay. Can we look at anything else over here? Not really. Alright, well, I'm going to leave this part here, and in the next part we will go in and visit with Minette. Thank you so much for watching, fellow detectives. See you soon.